Hi guys, this is going to be the tutorial that's going to show you how to make this drawstring bag. And see how it's closed by the way of the drawstring? That's why I'm calling it that. And it's a really cute purse for kids, or I may use mine for potpourri, I'm still not sure. So it doesn't have a lining inside of it yet because I'm not sure what I'm going to do with it yet. But what you need for this project is I used a variegated yarn, one whole skein of yarn just to make the bag itself, and then I used just a bit of yarn to make the drawstring and also for the strap. And I made these puff flowers using white. I had just a little bit of yarn left over from my variegated yarn that I used for my centers, and then I got white and made the flowers. But it's up to you what flowers you want to use, if any at all. So for the main part of the bag, you at least need a skein of yarn and then bits of others. For the next project that I'm going to be making here, I'm going to be trying to use some colors, kind of variegating it myself. So I went ahead and I grabbed 3 skeins of yarn that I like, but I'm probably only going to use bits of a few of them. And this is forged weight yarn, 4 ply for the US, 10 ply for the UK. You can use any kind of yarn you like, you just have to do the pattern more to make it longer if you like. I also am using a 5mm hook, a size H hook. And what you do is you need to pick the color that you want to start to make the very bottom of the bag. And then I think I'm going to go ahead and choose my darkest color. You're also going to need a tapestry needle to sew on the flowers or hide your ends. So to get started, you want to grab your 5mm hook or size H hook, make your slip knot, and you want to chain 3. 1, 2, 3. Now you want to slip stitch into that beginning chain and then chain 1. Now for round 1, we're going to be doing 14 double crochets into this stitch. The beginning chain that you did will not count as a stitch. So I'm doing 14 double crochets worked in my ring. It's 2, 3, 4. Okay, and at the end of the row, you want to slip stitch to the beginning double crochet and chain 1. And now we're going to be doing the double crochet crossover stitch. And if you've never done that stitch before, I have a slow motion tutorial showing you how to do that, and I'll give you the link here. Now if you're more advanced, you can follow with me without the slow motion. As you know, each stitch has 2 loops to it. We're going to be working a double crochet in the back loops only of the next 3 stitches. So starting in the very first stitch here that we just slip stitched and chained 1, we're going to be going into that back loop only and doing a double crochet. Now repeat that, going into that back loop only for the next 2 stitches. Now you have 3 double crochets worked in the back loop. Now we're going to be going back through and working in the front loops that we just skipped. Starting from the right to the left, we're going to go in to that first you want to yarn over, then grab up that stitch and do a double crochet. And again, yarn over, then grab the next front loop and do a double crochet. Yarn over, grab the next front loop and do a double crochet. And we're going to be doing this in sets of 3s. So that was your first set of double crochet crossover stitch. So now we're going to be doing 3 more double crochets worked in the back loop only. 1, 2, and 3. And again, we're going to yarn over, go into that first front loop, do a double crochet, yarn over, grab up the next front loop, and then the third. And that's our next set. So continue that all the way around, and when you get to the end, you should have 28 stitches. Okay, the last one of the round is only 2, so you double crochet in the back loop of just 2, and then you go into the front stitches. And then you slip stitch in the beginning stitch. And then count your stitches, make 100% sure that you have 28 stitches. And then when you do, you chain 1, and then you repeat round 2 by going into that very first back loop, the stitch of the stitch you just slip stitched into, and then of the following 2, and then just repeat by using the front loops. And I believe on the end of this row, you'll have, your last one will be a single. There will only be 1 double crochet. And you work it just like you did the first. You'll go into the back loop, do your double crochet, but then since there's only 1, you'll immediately go in and use the front loop. And then count your stitches. You should have 56. Okay, I just got done with my round 3. I'm about ready to start round 4. And you don't have to do this. You can stay with the same color, but I want to go ahead and change my color. So I'm going to change colors to my white. And I recommend, if you've made the wave beanie, that if you're more advanced, that you use the same method as I did in the wave beanie, where you start in different places so that you don't leave a visible line. But if you're a beginner, I recommend sticking with the tutorial. And what I want to do is go in through my first double crochet of the round. And then I'm going to get my new color and pull it through the stitch and then through my loop, making this new color now the one I'm going to use. And now I want to chain 1 and turn. And now working in the stitches behind here, we're going to be doing a single crochet in each stitch around. So I'm going to be working over my tails. I'm going into this first stitch of the round, doing a single crochet. So work 1 single crochet in each stitch around, and at the end of this round you should still have 56 stitches. Okay, I just got done, and count your stitches. You should have 56. And what I'm going to do, is I went ahead and cut my yarn. I'm going to go into my beginning stitch here. I'm going to change my color to this other lighter color. Then I'm going to chain 1, and now for row 5, we're going to chain 1 and turn back to our right side again. And now you want to double crochet in the same stitch that you just slip stitched into, and then double crochet in the next 2 stitches. So now I have a total of 3 double crochets, and then the next stitch I want to do a double crochet increase, which means I want to put 2 double crochets in the same stitch. And then you want to repeat this for the rest of the round. Double crochet 1 in the next 3 stitches. 1, 2, and 3. And then in the 4th stitch, you want to put 2 double crochets to do an increase. Continue this all the way around, and when you get to the end, you should have 70 stitches. Okay, I just got done with round 6, and now I'm going to switch my color again. This time I'm going to be leaving myself a little bit more of a tail so I can work it in later. And we're going to change my color. Now I'm going to chain 1 and turn. And then this very first stitch that I just slip stitched into and changed my color, I'm going to want to put 7 double crochets into the same stitch. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Now I'm going to put my hook through here like this, pull this tail to the back. I still have my white tail here though in front, so I'm going to do the same for that. I'm going to go into the stitch that it's nearest, grab it, and also pull it to the back. So it's going to make it easier to work over. So what I want to do now is skip 3 stitches, and in the 4th stitch I want to do a single crochet. And I want to do a single crochet in the next 6 as well, for a total of 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So you have 7 double crochets, you skip 3, then you have 7 single crochets. And then again, you want to skip 3. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to cut my tail here. My white one anyway. I want to skip 3. 1, 2, 3. And in the 4th, I want to put 7 double crochets. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Again, you want to skip 3 stitches, and in the 4th, you want to put a single crochet, and then the next 6 stitches, for a total of 7 single crochets. 4, 5, 6, and 7. And as you can see, from your double crochet 7 to the skipped 3 spaces on this end is 14 stitches. So it only takes 1 stitch to put the 7 double crochets. So it's starting from this stitch, then your 3 you skipped is 4, so you get 3, 4, then you have your 7, and then you have 3 more here, which gives you a total of 14 stitches. And so this stitch is worked in multiples of 14. So if you need to make it bigger, or you want a bigger bag later on, then feel free. Just know it's 14 stitches. So what we're going to do for this whole round is we're going to do 7 double crochets, skip 3 stitches, then we'll do 7 single crochets worked in 1 stitch, and then skip 3 stitches, and then repeat your 7 double crochets, and then again skip 3 stitches, and then we'll do a single crochets. Then again you want to skip 3 stitches, and then in the 4th do 7 double crochets. Continue this pattern all the way until you get back up to the beginning again. Okay, I just got done with round 7, and I'm going to cut my yarn again. And you want to skip the last 3 stitches and slip stitch into your first double crochet. So let me find my last one here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So this is my 7th stitch, which means it's my first double crochet. So I'm going to put my hook in there. I'm going to grab my white yarn again. I'm going want to slip stitch to end my round. Now for round 8, you want to chain 1 and turn. Now in the first stitch here, in the chain 3 space, or the space here where you have 3, I'm going to put a single crochet, and then I'm going to put a single crochet in each stitch around. And again, you should have 70 stitches. This round off, and you end with 70 stitches. You'll just keep with 70 stitches every round. So continue to do your single crochets in each stitch around, and I'll see you back here in a moment. Okay, I just got done with round 8. And again, I'm going to change my color to this lighter color. Then chain 1 and turn. Now for round 9, you want to, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, okay. You want to single crochet into this next stitch here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, no, into the same stitch. Okay, you want to single crochet in this first stitch that you slip stitched into, and then into the next 6 stitches for a total of 7 single crochets. So it's 4, 5, 6, and 7. Now again, you want to skip 3 stitches, and in the 4th, you want to do 7 double crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Now you want to skip 3, and in the 4th, do a single crochet, and do a single crochet in the following 6 stitches for a total of 7 single crochets. 4, 5, 6, and 7. And then you'll skip 3 again, and in the 4th you'll do 7 double crochets in the same stitch. We're just going to continue this pattern like we did for round 7. So just continue the pattern all the way around, and I'll see you when you get back up to the beginning. Okay, I just got done with round 9, and I'm going to change my colors again. And again, you want to chain 1 and turn. And now for round 10, again, it's going to be a single crochet row, just like round 6. Okay, I just got done with round 10, and I want to change my color. I'm going to go on my first stitch here, switch my color, and chain 1, turn. And now this very first stitch counts as 1 stitch, and then 2 and 3. This is the 4th. So you want to go over, actually the first, let me see, you want out of your single crochets to do it in the middle. So you have 3 single crochets, 3 single crochets here. Okay, so your first stitch won't count as your first stitch. So you have 7 single crochets here. You want to go into the middle one. So you count over 3, and then here's your 4th, and you can still see you have 3 on this side. Single crochets. So you want to skip the first 3 single crochets, and then the 4th single crochet, which is above the top of the, you can see here your last round. You want to stay in a row so that looks centered. So I think I'm definitely in the right place. I'm going to be doing my 7 double crochets. 5, 6, and 7. And that's how you'll start your round 10. And then you'll skip 3 stitches, and then you'll do your 7 single crochets, and then you'll skip 3 stitches. So you'll start as normal. So you're beginning essentially this set again. So this is round 11. And for round 12, you'll be doing your round of single crochets. Now you want to repeat these rounds 6 through 11. And I'm not sure exactly how many rounds that I did for my bag here because it was a learning process. But I believe I did rounds 6 through 11. You may watch a little bit more of the video when I get back, and I'll tell you for sure exactly. So once you complete round 11, then click back and go back to round 6, and then repeat it again from round 6 to 11. And then just keep repeating that. Like I said, I'll come back in a few minutes and let you know for sure how many times I did that. Okay, when I last left you, you were starting row 11. I wanted to tell you how many rows you were going to have total. So this is round 1 with our double crochets. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This was our double crochet increase row. That's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And this is where I ended off in the tutorial. 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31. So since I left you at 11, I've done 20 rows, for a total of 31 rows. And I'm on the dark color again. Now I've been switching colors every round. Okay, so what I'm going to do is go into my last stitch here. And I want to change my color. Okay, for round 32, change my color. And I want to chain 1. And now in the next stitch, actually in the same stitch, I'm going to go ahead and put a double crochet. Then in the next stitch, working on my shell here, put a double crochet. And then also in the next, put a double crochet. So you have 3 double crochets. Then you want to do a double crochet decrease. So you yarn over, go into 1 stitch, pull up a loop, and then just go right into the next stitch, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 3, yarn over, pull through 2. And you want to continue this all the way around, doing 3 single double crochets. So that's 1, 2, and 3. And then the last one, the 4th one, will be a double crochet decrease. So continue to do your 3 double crochets and double crochet decrease all the way around till you get back up to the beginning again. And you should have 57 stitches. Okay, I just got done with round 32. And I counted my stitches. I have 57. And I'm going to switch to my blue color again. I'm going to be doing the ruffles at the very top of the bag here. And I want to do white for my very, very last row. And since I'm getting low on the color of this, I'm going to do the second from the last row is dark, and then I'll do my very last row is white. So attaching my color, I'm going to chain one, and now we're going to be doing the double crochet crossover stitch for the last 2 rows. So you're just going to go right in to that same stitch, go into the back loop, do a double crochet, and the same for the next 2, just like you did before, working 3 double crochets in the back loop only. Then we're going to back up and go into the front stitch that we skipped. Just like that. So that's my first set. And you want to continue to do this all the way around. At the end of this round, you will have 114 stitches. Okay, I just got done with round 34, and my last stitch was a single. I had to do a double crochet here and then double crochet immediately back into the same double crochet. Now the last row is going to take a lot of yarn, so make sure whatever color you pick, you have quite a bit of yarn for it. I'm going to go into the first stitch, and I'm going to change my color here to my white. I'm going to chain 1, and now again we're going to be doing the double crochet crossover stitch. So I'm going to go into that first stitch and do a double crochet in the back loop only. And then do that for my next 2 stitches. And then I'm going to go back and work my front stitches. I'm going to do the same thing. And this particular round is going to be a lot of stitches by the end. You should have 228 stitches. But take your time, make sure you get them all, because it's going to be kind of cluttered. As you can see by here. And it's easy to lose stitches. Losing 1 or 2, it's probably not such a big deal, but just try to take your time and grab them all, because the more stitches you have up here, the more nice of a ruffle you're going to get. So continue your double crochet crossover stitches for the very last round, round 34. Okay, just finished my last stitch, and I'm going to slip stitch my beginning stitch, chain 1. I'm going to cut my yarn, leaving myself a bit of tail to be worked in, which I think you should probably do right now. I'm on the inside of my bag, running it along through the stitches. Just do it so long and then tug and cut your yarn. Now we want to make our drawstring. So choose your color. I'm going to choose this darker color here. And what you want to do is chain 100. And hopefully that'll be long enough. Oh, I want to make my slip knot also a little farther down, because I want to be able to work this tail in later so that they won't show. So chain 100, and I'll see you back here in a moment. Okay, I just did my 100th chain. And now how you want to feed this through is you want to go down to your double crochet row, 2 rows down. These are your crossover double crochet rows. You want to go down to your double crochet row and feed it in between the double crochet. Then you want to go 1, 2, and feed it back up. And then you want to count over 1, 2, and then go in between the next. You just want to keep weaving it in through sets of 2s. Just count 2 and come back up. Count 2, go back through. And keep doing that till you have all of your tail up to the same place all the way on the other side. Okay, you move it back and forth, and the very last will actually have 3 in between. Now, these long tails here, I'm going to thread down the back of the chain a little ways. Pull it through the chain. Cut my yarn. And that's how you'll hide your tails on the end of your ties. Okay, to make the straps, figure out which color you want to use and make sure that you stretch your bag out to its normal size. Find the side like this, and then open it up, and you want to stay right in this area. And you're going to be going in through the top stitches of the double crochet row, and you're going to be grabbing up those. You're grabbing up the post. And then I'm just going to pull up a loop, which gives me 2 loops on my hook, and pull through both. I just did a single crochet attachment. Then I'm going to go to my next post. I'm using just the top stitches of my double crochet row. See, I'm going through here, running over. I'm going to do this 5 times, giving yourself 5 stitches for your strap. And it's okay if you get a little bit off the center, because you can just adjust these ties here to make it be in the center of the strap. Okay, so I got my 5 attached. When you do that, you want to chain and turn. And then now you want to count over single crocheting through your strap, just to make sure you're going to have 5 stitches. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And then you want to chain 1 and turn. You want to keep chaining 1, turn, single crochet 5. You want to go back and forth for a total of 69 rows, or until your strap is as long as you want it to be. And I will show you how to connect it to the other side of the bag. Okay, I got my 69 rows. I'm going to go ahead and do 1 more row, because I know I'm going to need to single crochet 1 more row to attach. So I'm going to go ahead and single crochet it now and just rip it out. Leave myself some extra tail here. Then I'm going to go ahead, turn my bag inside out, fold it the long way here, keeping this in the center of my bag here. Then I'm going to rip out this last row of single crochets, leaving me on the right side where I need to, because I'm right-handed, I need to be. And now we're going to attach it directly across using that same row, the tops of the double crochets. First you want to go into your stitch on your strap, then grab the post, and then you want to bring the loop through your bag and then through the strap, then do a single crochet. So go through the strap, grab the post, yarn over, pull through the post, pull through the strap, single crochet. Go through the strap, find the next post, yarn over, pull to grab the post, go through the stitch, single crochet. Single crochet. I'm going through my last one here. Single crochet. Then you would just want to chain one and pull your string through. And then you can hide your tail. And that's it. You've got everything you need. You can, oh yeah, you need to turn your bag inside out. Back again. I'm like, where's my pulley? Here we go. I'm going to hide that tail in just a minute. You can pull your pulley. It's a strap. Tie your knot whenever you want to tie your purse closed, or your bag closed, I should say. Whatever you want to use it for. And that's it. You can add little flowers to it, like I did this one. This is just my puff stitch flower. You can see the puff stitches on this side. I used the flatter side of the puff stitch. And I also used a 3.5 millimeter hook. I know the puff stitch flower scarf, which this flower comes from, uses 4.5. But I used a 3.5 or a size E. And I made the center one color, then I changed my color and made the petals another. So if you want to use one of these, you can go to the puff flower scarf video, and I'll show you how to make one of these. Just remember to change your hook size to a size E or a 3.5. And that's it. That's how you make the little drawstring bag. I hope that you liked this tutorial, and if you did, please click like, and please don't forget to share. Thanks so much for watching. And if you're a new watcher or you like this tutorial, please don't forget to subscribe. Thanks for watching.